Hey everyone, here's Aaron the Black Dragon and welcome to my new stream series, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I had this game for a long time by now and I've played some of it. I did not go through all of the routes, through all of the houses, but that is the plan for this as a stream series. I want to play through all of the game and specifically through all three houses during streams. So, I'm sorry, readjusting some stuff there. So that's the general plan that I have for this as a stream series. This will run next to Dark Souls and... Oh, hey bro, how's it going? And eventually that will come out on my channel as well, but not for a while. This will come out eventually after Dark Souls is finished. Anyway, let's go. Yeah. Yes, so much stuff. Let's start a new game and... For those who crave a challenge. No, let's just go for hard. Fun fact, they added another campaign to Three Houses as DLC. Oh, yeah, I know that. Yep, they... the grey, the ashen... whatever. But yeah, I know about that. So, I'm fully aware of that. But the game's still called Ashen Wolves. Yeah, there you go. But it's still Three Houses. Casual classic. Let's go for... I mean, I hate this one so much, but let's go. Let's go connect to network to play online. Nah, we're not gonna play this one online. This is gonna be solely. Also, cutscene. I'm gonna go away for that. See you in a bit. This shit doesn't look good for them.
Ladies.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved.
Ladies and gentlemen, the start of a Fire Emblem game. Not only her hands.
Now, Mother.
Did you see her kick? Good morning, sunshine.
could have brought you here?
Hangover. If anything. I wonder how it got in here.
I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed.
I'm sorry.
Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
Sure. Boom, there I am. Welcome. So we can select a form. Like that one. I'm gonna play with this form. Millennial old goddess that looks like a young child. Yeah, she's 50 million years old. It's fine. Horrible. The music's cool here.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway?
Well, I personally see myself as a demon.
Do not deceive. You would do well to keep your wit in line.
Aww. Well, I'm immortal.
I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
We're gonna go with the standard name. It's gonna be Bailiff. Yes, nay, believe. Yeah, no sass for me, dang it.
Huh. I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names.
Very human, by the way, Bailiff.
You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
So, Ethereal Moon, Red Wolf Moon, Wyvern Moon, that sounds perfectly like I am, because seriously. The Horsebow Moon, Verdant Rain Moon, Blue Sea Moon, Garland Moon, Harpstring Moon, Great Tree Moon, Lone Moon, Pegasus Moon, and Guardian Moon. For me personally, it would be the Verdant Rain Moon on day 2. For you, we're gonna go for the Wyvern Moon on day 7. Yes.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth.
Ah,
Strange.
what a coinkydink.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap.
I feel you. Well, stream's over. I'm gonna go for a nap now.
It is almost time to begin.
Good night. Yeah, I'm pretty sure no matter what birthday you pick, it's gonna be the same one.
Hey, time to wake up.
Sorry, I was taking a nap right now.
Were you having that dream again?
No. Yes. It's my birthday. I was dreaming about war. I was dreaming about a young girl. You know me.
You've described her to me before. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Shame.
In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts.
Okay.
Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom.
Cool.
I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
That's a different game that I'm thinking about right now. I think it's The Order. I think I'm gonna stream The Order at one point. That's a cool game. Movie. Of course.
Oh, good grief. Everyone is already waiting for us outside.
Gerald, sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
What
Please
is happening?
forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
Okay.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
At this time of day? Located entirely within your kitchen? Change affinity with the characters, yeah.
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
And my and my inner brain immediately went to hell of a boss. They're after our lives and our gold and our bodies.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now.
Gosh, dang it. That's a good question. I'm a little bit wibbly wobbly right now. I know which one I wanna end with. I don't know yet which house I wanna start with.
Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
As never. No, not ready at all. Save file. Once we're in combat, I think I'm gonna engage my face cam. But after, oh yeah, that's right. You can control that thing with the gyro. I completely forgot about that part. Yeah, I know there's no perfect golden ending or something like this. I just know there's one character specifically that I want to end with. Also, bloop, hi. Player phase.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village.
Yes.
Take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
I will work on that. Also, yes.
Ready and willing.
I don't know why you would want me to attack with a close combat character first, if I can go up front and weaken them with ranged attacks first. A different look at the world and the characters. And yeah, that's, I know all of that. That's the. It's not like I don't know about these things. I've been spoiled by the internet enough about how this game works. No, that is the map that I'd like to see. I think only you are able to get to me right now, so that's basically what I want to know. Sword fighter.
I'll cut through.
You get that one first. I just realized that maybe my face is a little bit in the way. No, because the important stats are over on that side. Sorry, pointing is difficult. So yeah, let's just go. Good job, Dimitri.
Who's next?
Who won? Who's next? Battle menu. I know how stuff works. No, there it is. I'm not gonna use you in anything.
I will prevail.
Yes, you better.
Stay
Let's
focused.
make a little bit of a line here, so we're good.
We'll advance while protecting ourselves from the enemy. Take up position inside the forest.
Yes, I will work on that. Yeah. So, forests. There's a lot of sword fighters. There's one X-fighter. Having Dimitri in that forest right here gives me a distinct advantage.
Yes, good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
I know about that. Thank you. I'm perfectly capable of everything like that. I can send you into that. You will have a disadvantage against the sword fighters, but you should still be fine. You're gonna get some assistance here. We can actually talk. I probably should talk. I also recommend taking a bit of a break between all the different routes, because the first half of each route does feel pretty similar. Yeah, no, there's... I have pretty much mapped it out how I'm gonna do all of that, so no biggie. Also, let's talk to
You
Edelgard.
have a strange aura about you.
I've heard that a
You
lot.
say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
Well, I can hack and slash. That's what I can do. That's what I'm good at. I'm gonna go over there and help Dimitri a little bit. Dimitri.
You're weak.
Ha! I missed. Ha! I missed. I did good. That hit chance is low. You don't see it, it's 59. Still looking good. Still got hit though.
This is a fine opportunity. It's the combat arts I taught you.
Yeah, sure. I will. Combat arts. If I go in here, combat arts, Wrath Strike. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of an edge, like right here. Whatever. Beautiful. Gorgeous
Each
even.
battle, a chance to grow.
Then next up, you're gonna get some attack. I'm not gonna use a combat art for just one swing. Yeah, that seems
It was
highly
a good try.
unnecessary. So I can send you up there just to wait. And you can go up there, Tempest Lance, and swing. And there we go.
Is that all?
According to the V-Troops, Tria tab on 3 houses, Fire Emblem 4 was a bit of an inspiration for this game. Oh, interesting. That's really something interesting.
Damn! Why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to deal with them too. Since everything's voice acted, I don't get to use my own voice a lot. Hi, no! Move back, it's my combat. You're not gonna go in there. Okay, these are X-Fighters, so... If I go into the forest, I give them the edge, so I don't want that. I'm gonna send you over here, you're gonna stay there. Let's talk.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that.
You're
I
welcome.
didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
Oh, whatever you say. And then we still have you to talk with.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Sure, we'll workshop that a little bit, but we'll try it. Yeah, they have a good chunk of voice dialogue. So let's just end this here. Edelgard, you're not gonna move. I'm gonna use you later on. You stand in a bit of a pickly spot that I don't want. Come on! Can't wait to make my character a little bit faster. Because we're not as dodgy as I would love to be. This is a lot of voice acting for Fire Emblem Echoes. Oh yeah. Why would you, Gerald? I dislike you for that.
Back to it.
That's what I call kill stealing. That's not nice.
Attack when an ally is nearby, and the enemy will be intimidated, making them easier to hit.
Yeah. I know about that. Dimitri, since you don't have an advantage in anything right here, you're gonna get the advantage with that fight.
I must stay focused.
Yeah, try at least. And you get the advantage there, and also some combat art. Iron Bow, let's try and take that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you where you stand.
How about no? Okay, that helped. And I can use another combat art right there. You deal 13 damage. So I feel good about that. I have a low hit chance though. Let me just check out something there. 13 damage no matter what, but nice 69 hit rate there. And 10 damage from you. If I just use you normally. Actually, okay, I see what I could do, because here it still doesn't change anything. Okay, so apparently combat arts are not bolstered in any way with the allies. Interesting. Well, I'm gonna have to do this. You survived that no matter what. Come on, you just gotta hit once. Good. Oh yeah, that would be interesting actually. So if I just attack you normally, so this might go either way. If I go for a combat art, I have a higher hit chance. Still might go either way.
Hey, you with the blank stare! Out of my way!
Hey. Screw you. Oh, nice. There we go.
I'm not setting a very good example.
Not really right now. I was hoping for a few more things, but whatever. Got an iron axe. I think we messed up.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis.
Hi, Sothis.
But I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis.
Good that you remember.
And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that?
Time to find us. So this it is, huh?
I was not able to recall my name until just now.
Well, good for you.
And just like that, it came to me. How odd.
Maybe it was a near-death experience that brought you closer to your name.
That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name?
Yes.
Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
I'm less than a child?
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl.
Yeah, that was idiotic because she looked like she could handle it.
Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened.
I mean, that would be true probably, because it deals 13 damage and only had like 6 health left, so... Yeah, thank you for that, Sothis. Thank you.
There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I
Yes.
deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that?
If you don't know, we're gonna have some serious problems. What will happen and what now? Well, what now?
When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end.
Sounds good.
How rude of you to drag me into this.
I mean, I didn't know you lived in my head to begin with, so...
Now what to do?
Turn back the hands of time, keep time frozen until I'm safe. That sounds like a bad idea. I just stay here and wait to die. Who put my inner monologue in there? I feel like I wrote that one. Let's turn back the hands of time. You know, if you can stop it, you can turn it back.
Of course. I must turn back the hands of time.
Well, that looks
Yes,
simple.
I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome.
You're welcome.
I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
Ah. As in, you can rewind a couple of turns if you think you screwed up. I think so often that I screwed up, so it will happen a lot. Okay.
Hey, over here!
Time for some idle chit-chat in the middle of the battlefield.
Hey, did you just...
Rewind time? Yes.
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them.
It probably was just your basic influence right there that let them run away. Yeah, I know that this is limited. I played the game that far.
The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
I dare you to not look at Dimitri and also not at Edelgard, because I think both of them got hurt. So don't look at them.
Why him?
This would also have been the perfect moment for an introduction screen. Good job, Dimitri. And saving time. Run!
Captain Gerald? It is you! Goodness, it's been ages! Don't you recognize me? It's Alois, your old right-hand man! Well, that's how I always thought of myself anyway. Oh, it must have been 20 years ago that you went missing without a trace. I always knew you were still alive.
You haven't changed a bit, Alois. Just as loud as ever. And drop that captain nonsense. I'm not your captain anymore. These days, I'm just a wandering mercenary. One who has work to do. Goodbye, old friend.
Right. Goodbye, Captain.
He cannot drop it.
Wait, that isn't how this ends. I insist that you return to the monastery with me.
Yeah, the MVP is who dealt the most damage and who was most used. That's usually how they have the MVP thing handled in the Fire Emblem games. And I think other games as well.
Garrick Mock Monastery. I suppose this was inevitable.
And how about you, kid? Are you the captain's child?
Yes, we look so much alike. He's a stranger to me. I'm a bandit. That is correct.
Is that so? Well, physical differences aside, your mannerisms do remind me of the captain.
Thank you.
I'd love for you to see the monastery too. You will join me, won't you?
Cool, don't do a background check on me. I might be a psychopath.
What's troubling you, Captain? You aren't about to run off again, are you?
And he's gone.
Even I wouldn't dare run from the Knights of Seros.
The Knights of Seros. They do seem rather skilled.
Thank you, voice inside my head.
Ah, it seems your presence is required. Get going.
I appreciate your help back there. Your skill is beyond question. You're clearly an experienced mercenary. And your father, that would be Gerald, the Bladebreaker? Former captain of the Knights of Seros, oft praised as the strongest knight to ever live. Have I missed anything?
I mean, I wouldn't know anything about it, so probably. And yes, I will check Bailiff's profile once we can check them. The Knights of Seros. I didn't know he was a captain.
How curious. I'd wager the explanation for that is fascinating indeed.
Hey, you are coming with us to the monastery, right? Of course you are. I'd love to bend your ear as we travel.
such a weird way of phrasing this.
Oh, I should mention that the three of us are students of the Officers' Academy at Garrick Monastery. We were doing some training exercises when those bandits attacked. I definitely got the worst of it.
That would be because you ran off.
Well,
Too true. I was the first to make a strategic retreat. Everything would have worked out if these two hadn't followed me and ruined everything. Because of them, every single one of those bandits chased after us. Utterly ridiculous.
Ah, so that's what you were thinking, Claude. And here I thought you were acting as a decoy for the sake of us all.
His intentions were as clear as day. You will prove a lacking ruler if you cannot see the truth behind a person's words.
You will prove a lacking ruler yourself if you look for deceit behind every word and fail to trust those whom you rely on.
Oh, joy. A royal debate between their highnesses. I wonder how being completely predictable affects one's ability to wield power. Personally, as the embodiment of distrust, I'd say your little exchange smacks of naivete.
Me, naive. Tell me, are you actually incapable of keeping quiet, or is your lack of self-awareness a condition of some sort?
In any case, forgive our digression. I must speak with you if you can spare a moment. The way you held your ground against the bandits' leader was captivating. You never lost control of the situation. It showed me I still have much to learn.
yeah, ignore that I nearly died.
Your skill is precisely why I must ask you to consider lending your services to the Empire. I might as well tell you now, I am no mere student. I am also the Adrestian Empire's...
Halt, Edelgard. Please allow me to finish my own proposition. The Holy Kingdom of Fargus is in dire need of exceptional individuals like yourself. Please, do consider returning to the kingdom with me.
Whoa there, you two sure are hasty. Trying to recruit someone you just met. Tactless, really. I was personally planning to develop a deep and lasting friendship on our journey back to the monastery before begging for favors. But it seems there's no time for niceties in this world. So, capable stranger, let's get right to it. Where does your allegiance lie?
It seems one's place of birth is quite significant to them. Yet they are so impressed by you that you may take your pick. Well,
Choose your own downfall. So, the land of ancient history, the holy kingdom of Fergar, the land of noble knights, or the the Wording Alliance. We're gonna start it off at the very tippy top.
A wise choice. Though the Empire has fallen from its former glory, the other regions are merely offshoots that pale in comparison.
All right, that's enough with the small talk. It's time to head back to the monastery.
Looks like we'll have to pick this up another time.
my, they are in such a hurry. You know, each of the three is most unique.
You say? Well, let's go for Edelgard since we chose that house first. She's a refined young woman, but I feel as though she is always evaluating me. Dimitri. He seems quite sincere, but I sense darkness lurking beneath. And then finally Claude. His easy smile is striking, but that smile doesn't reach his eyes.
Yes, I thought the same.
I am so sleepy once again. I may be sleeping, but
Good night. And doesn't matter to me right now if this is actually the house that we chose already. This is what we're going with. I decided it right then there on the spot.
1. White clouds. Great tree moon. 3 houses.
Thank you. Smooth as butter that voice was.
The icy winds of the Agma Mountains have begun to scatter, and the verdant fields once again spring to life across Fodlan, heralding the start of a new year. As they celebrate the dawning year, the people pray that they may realize their full potential, just as a tiny sprout hopes to one day grow into a great tree. The continent of Fodlan, said to be protected by a revered goddess, has existed since time immemorial. 3 ruling powers now control the land. In the south lies a region long held by a more than 1,000-year-old dynasty, the Adrestian Empire. Beyond its borders, to the frigid north, is the home of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. To the east, a league of nobles that heeds no king nor emperor rules what is called the Leicester Alliance. Once consumed by a tempest of war and turmoil, Fodlan and these 3 mighty powers now exist in relative harmony.
I like the word relative in there. And yes, we're going Edelgard first.
This will be your first time at the monastery. I'd be happy to show you around.
It really is Fodlan in a nutshell. The good and the bad.
Like it or not, we'll be there soon enough. There it is. Garrick Monastery.
Like Leicester. Leicester. Probably old-timey English.
Ray is here.
Say that a little bit more dreadful, please.
I wonder, did the flow of time bring you here?
Nah, it was the voice inside my head. Anime crabapple is also cool. Well, we already made a Simpsons reference here.
It's been years since I've last set eyes on this place. To be forced to see her now,
Well, her?
You saw her in the courtyard earlier, didn't you? The Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
The Archbishop, Lady Rhea. Female Bailiff had a bunch of memes made around the game's release. Yeah, I remember that. The Archbishop. Let's go for Lady Rhea.
As you know, the majority of folks in Fodlan are devout followers of the teachings of Seros. The leader of that ridiculously large religious organization is the Archbishop, Lady Rhea.
You seem to be pretty fond of that.
Thank you for your patience, Gerald. My name is Seteth. I am an advisor to the Archbishop.
Right. Hello.
It has been a long time, Gerald. I wonder, was it the will of the goddess that we have another chance meeting like this?
Forgive my silence all these years. Much has happened since we last spoke.
So I see. The miracle of fatherhood has blessed you. That is your child, is it not?
Yes. Born many years after I left this place, I wish I could introduce you to the mother of my child, but I'm afraid we lost her to illness.
I see. My condolences. As for you, I heard of your valiant efforts from Alois. What is your name?
Bailiff! Well, my name is ... obviously.
A fine name indeed. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for saving those students of the Officers' Academy.
Sure, why not? What could go wrong?
Gerald, you already know what it is I wish to say, do you not?
You want me to rejoin the Knights of Seros, don't you? I won't say no, but...
Your apprehension stings. I had expected that Alois would have already asked this of you. I must step away for now, but I expect they will desire a word with you soon. Please listen carefully to what they have to say. Until tomorrow, farewell.
Farewell. Rhea's voice actress also voices Maya. Really?
I can't believe
Nice.
it. Forced back into the Knights of Seros. I'm sorry I dragged you into this. Looks like I'll be stuck here for a while. And I'm afraid your services are requested as well.
Yes, I become a teacher now. I have no clue what I'm doing. I must work here? Is a mercenary? Is a servant? Is a mercenary?
Nothing like that. They want you to teach, by the sound of it.
I don't know how to teach.
You heard those brats earlier talking about the Officers' Academy,
Yeah,
right?
I did.
Well, the Academy just happens to be short a professor.
Great.
And apparently that damned Alois went and recommended you to Lady Rhea.
Without even knowing if I have any capabilities of teaching. That sounds perfect.
So, you must be the new professor. My, how stern and handsome you are.
Thanks, Mrs. Crabapple. Manuela.
No. I'm not the one you're looking for. You can handle things from here. Good luck. And watch out for Lady Rhea.
I will.
I don't know what she's thinking making you a professor like this. She may be up to something. Stay on your guard.
Oh, it's you then? So young.
That's also a sentence that I hear quite often.
Competence and age are not necessarily correlated, as you well know. I am Hanneman, a Crest Scholar and Professor at the Officers' Academy.
Okay.
I wonder if you bear a crest of your own. When next you have a moment to spare, I insist that you pay me a visit so we can delve into the subject further.
Sure.
I'm Manuela. I'm a professor, a physician, a songstress, and available. It's nice to meet you.
Immediately starting off strong, Miss Crabapple. Manuela. So, songstress. That's the more interesting part here, actually.
Of course. Before I came here, I belonged to a renowned opera company. Perhaps you've heard of me? The Mittelfranc Opera Company is beautiful, peerless.
Spare our colleague the needless chatter, Manuela. Now then, it seems you'll be taking charge of one of the Academy's 3 houses.
Seems like it.
I expect you haven't yet been briefed on the nature of each, have you?
Nope. I just got tossed into the deep.
Do you really not know? Fine. I'll do you a favor and explain.
Please.
The Officers' Academy is comprised of 3 houses of students, each of which is closely affiliated with its region of origin. The Black Eagle House is for students from the Adrestian Empire.
Okay.
Their house leader this year is Adelgard, the Imperial Princess, who is in line to be the next Emperor.
The Blue Lion House is for students from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Their house leader this year is Prince Dimitri. He is to be the next king of Fargus.
Lastly, there is the Golden Deer House, which is for students of the Leicester Alliance.
It is Lester. Good job.
Their house leader is Claude, grandson to Duke Regan, the leader of the Alliance.
To think that the next Emperor, King, and Sovereign Duke are all here. It certainly is a promising year for the Academy.
I'll say. I just hope none of those little treasures cause any trouble.
All about that. I'm here now, so things might go south pretty soon.
Quite. For now, I suggest taking a stroll around the Academy to get your bearings. And when you've a moment, please stop by my research laboratory.
Sure.
The old man has a point. Oh, and keep in mind that I've only notified the house leaders that you're our new professor. It's more fun that way.
I don't know what would make it more fun because the others don't know me, but sure.
I suggest you try spending time with the students. Some odd ducks in that bunch, but they're good kids.
I like that she says ducks, let's be totally frank there.
I'm sure Lady Rhea will have more information for you tomorrow. but that should get you going. Good luck. You'll need it.
You don't know.
Have you no intention of changing your mind, Rhea? Appointing a stranger, a child no less, as a professor at our esteemed academy is...
I have made my decision, Seteth. I know worrying comes naturally to you, but there is truly no need. That stranger is Geralt's flesh and blood, after all.
That doesn't mean anything, to be frank. I'm with Seteth in this, even though he's talking about me.
I can't say that's all too comforting. How trustworthy is this Geralt character? Is he not the man who went missing after the Great Fire 21 years ago? I would remind you that Flame is now here with us as well. I beg of you, please consider whether this is an unnecessary risk.
Seteth, they have my trust. Let that be enough for you as well.
Again, I'm still standing very strongly with Seteth in this one, even though it's against me.
More importantly, I have received a report from Shamir. I am increasingly concerned about a matter regarding our suspicious individual. We cannot ignore those who harbor ill will toward the church, especially if they are frequenting Garrick Mock.
Yes, that matter is of great importance as well. I shall continue my investigation. Rhea, for now I will have faith that you are placing your trust with the utmost care. I pray that nothing occurs to shake that confidence.
Well, maybe not too soon. Who knows? Woo! I like the slow slide across the screen with just the idle animation. Running is fun, but nothing beats just sliding in an idle animation. Slowly. This took some time here, seriously. Oh. What an odd bell. I would really love to know what they are talking about in these cutscenes there. Oh well, not talking about as well. I know that it's part of the Fire Emblem theme. That is why it is such a weird bell. Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants. Epic sweat water beat shot. Done. She kind of has the look of a psychopath. Your first task. Okay, sure.
I assume you are already aware that you will be teaching here at the Officers' Academy, correct?
Yes.
To start, please speak with the 3 house leaders. You should also take a look around the academy and acquaint yourself with your new home. That is your first task here at the monastery. Please let me know if you accept it.
Honest
Once
question.
you have finished, come and speak with me.
If I refused that task, the game would be over immediately, wouldn't it? It sounds kind of hilarious.
May I ask a favor of you?
No. Well, sure, let's accept that. For this part, I think I'm gonna have the face cam on, because we're mostly just gonna walk around and talk to people. Speak to the 3 house leaders. Hey, Aloys and Seteth.
Ha! I I imagine you were a bit surprised that I recommended you as a professor here.
I mean, yes, because I have no knowledge about teaching, so yes.
Frankly, we had someone else in mind for the role, but they ran off during our dust-up with the bandits.
Doesn't it make them sound quite suspicious, right?
Can't entrust students to someone who's abandoned them once before, huh?
Can't entrust students, however, to some random person you just met out in the woods. That's totally fine. The logic jumps here a little bit weird, if you ask me.
You saved the lives of the students you came across. That, at least, was admirable.
Thank you.
Now you should make the rounds. Go around the monastery and see that you greet everyone.
I will. Well, down to the first floor we go. Oh yeah, the minimap. How could I ever forget how a minimap works? What group of people is back there? There's no group of people, there's just 3 dots there. Reception hall. Reception hall. I think those dots on the minimap. Because isn't that where like some stuff normally? Yeah, there they are. Weren't they just not loading in there at the beginning? Weird. Anyway, hey Edelgard, I need to talk to you. It's my quest.
So, you've accepted a teaching position here. Pity. I was hoping you would lend your strength to the Empire.
Well, I'm a teacher. You know me?
I never properly introduced myself, did I? My name is Adelgard von Hresvelg.
Hresvelg. If you just read it, it's such a horrible name to read. But it's not too bad. Yeah. You had to load them first, yeah. That was weird because I just saw on the minimap there should be something, but there was nothing.
I am the princess and heir apparent of the Adrestian Empire. I wonder if you'll be tasked with leading the Black Eagles.
Who knows?
I hope you've had a chance to meet everyone. Would you like to know more about any of the Black Eagles?
I mean, if you can tell me more, if they are my students, then that probably would be helpful, yes. And tell me more about yourself.
Me? Well, some think I'm a bit distant, arrogant even, but there's little to be done. One day I must rise to become Adrestia's next emperor.
I mean, we could talk a long bit about that, but why not save that for later?
What else? Well, it seems to me that we may have similar personalities.
What, my blank stare? So you are strong, but you're also an axe wielder, so of course. That makes sense. Hubert.
Hubert is the heir of Marquis Vestra. He has served me since I was a child.
Okay.
You may think his blood runs a bit cold, but actually that's rather accurate. Still, if you can get past that, you'll see he's quite astute and reasonable.
He is a fun character, as far as I know. With his character, there's some fun situations. Anyway, we're just gonna go through all of them because I wanna know. I wanna have that out of the way before I just stop. Before I stop the first stream here of 3 houses. Get to know all of the characters that we have available to us right now.
For some reason, he thinks of me as a bitter rival and is always trying to challenge me. It's terribly irritating.
He is also a terribly irritating person that leads into some fun situations, I'm gonna be totally honest.
His house is that of Duke Ire, which produces Adrestia's prime ministers. That family is perhaps too pleased with its own status.
I mean, you cannot tell from the sun, of course. Pretty much average in everything for someone who talks about himself that high.
He's remarkably intelligent, but he only wishes to apply himself to tasks that particularly interest him, and nothing else. He's also fond of, well, napping.
I think I know someone else who's really fond of that right now.
If he had any work ethic or sense of duty to speak of, I suppose he would be destined to become an official of the Empire.
Well, I don't think he would want to do that though. But it seems to be a good mage.
He's remarkable. If he had...
Sorry, did not want to have the explanation there again.
He's the second son of Count Bergliez. He has no inheritance in his future, which is perhaps why he's always so eager to prove himself. He's overly energetic and rushes headfirst into any battle. If he ends up in your care, be sure to keep a close eye on him.
I mean, he basically asks to die. Like we did at the very beginning, where we just threw ourselves in front of an axe. We seem to have a lot in common with that dude. Bernadette.
She's Count Varley's only daughter. I suppose you could say she's a bit eccentric, but she seems like a gentle soul. I believe she shut herself away in her quarters and doesn't care to leave, but don't worry, I'll make sure she finds her way to class.
Good. Thank you. I like Bernie. She's such a shy little bug. Anyway, Dorothea.
Few commoners have joined the Black Eagle House, but Dorothea is an exception.
Go on.
She's a songstress from a famous opera company in the Empire. I'm not entirely sure what brought her to the Officers' Academy.
I wonder. Sounds familiar for some reason. But a good mage at least. Seemingly at least.
To the west of Fodlan is an archipelago called Brigid. Petra is the granddaughter of their king. Brigid is a vassal state of the Empire, which is how she came to be enrolled here. She's incredibly smart and studious.
And I actually quite like her. She is actually a strong character. Anyway, that was everyone from the Black Eagles. Pity. Well, I pity the fool. Don't just shout at me. Also, what do you want? Hello there.
Greetings! You must be the new professor. What a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
As for me, my job is to stand here at this glorious entrance and leisurely watch over the comings and goings of everyone. Make folks smile, you know?
Your job sounds incredibly boring for some reason.
And by that, I mean to vigilantly guard this entrance with my very life. No levity whatsoever. As of now, nothing to report.
I somehow do not trust your vigil eye. But anyway.
Yes.
No, not yet. Maybe later. But I have to do other stuff first. Claude! Sorry. Officers Academy. Here we see some of the students that we just talked about. Anyway, Claude, I have to talk to you. How's it going, my friend?
Well, scored a teaching gig here, did you? Talk about a great first impression.
Yeah, really great apparently. They don't know anything about me. They don't even know if I can teach anything. So how's the other day?
I guess that means I'd better introduce myself properly. I'm Claude Von Regan. I'm from the ruling house of the Leicester Alliance, but don't worry too much about all that madness.
Sure.
I'm guessing you don't know which class you'll be teaching yet, do you? I bet you'd like ours. We're not as difficult as the other two.
Okay.
Have you met the folks from the Golden Deer House yet? Care to know more about anyone?
Yeah, please tell me everything about everyone. Let's start with yourself.
Piqued your interest, have I? As luck would have it, I'm pretty curious about you as well.
We can talk about myself later on once I know what I am, okay?
But what's life without a bit of mystery? Let's just spend the next year or so learning about each other little by little.
I like how he actually didn't tell me anything about himself. Good job, Claude. Good strength. Wish he would have a little bit more skill. For an archer, that would be good.
He's the heir of Gloucester territory. If you haven't already picked up on it, he's a bit arrogant and fancies himself a ladies' man. That said, deep down he's really devoted and honest. Though I wouldn't mind never hearing him talk about his noble obligations ever again.
That sounds way too wrong, I'm sorry. Noble obligations. A ladies' man has noble obligations. Yeah, we all know what he means by that.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident. Seems like he's had a rough life. Despite all that, he's just about the most cheerful guy you'll ever meet. His passions are training, eating, and actually that's about it.
Well, good enough passions for me. Lorenzo is a little bit of a wild card. Ignaz.
he's the second son of a merchant family. Since his brother will inherit the business, he's training to become a knight. If you ask me, it doesn't seem like he truly wants to be a knight. He's probably just doing it to please his parents.
Yeah, looks more like a scholar than a knight, but he has a watchful eye. Probably helpful. He's absolutely a stuck-up jerk, but he does get a bit better over the story if you don't get him killed in battles. Yeah, see, that is what I'm gonna try to not do, is I'm gonna try to have everyone get through.
Lysithea is the daughter of Count Ordelia, and is probably the youngest student here.
Okay.
But watch out, she gets angry if you treat her like a child. As for me, I do it on purpose. You have to make your own fun in this place, you know?
You're a bit of a douche, you know? Also, why would I make fun of her? I'm apparently less than a child. We established that early on in the story.
Marianne is Margrave Edmund's daughter, and that's pretty much all I know about her.
Cool, so now we're on the same page.
She doesn't interact much with other students, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks here have never even heard her speak.
Can she even speak? Now there's mystery and intrigue. I'm gonna find out more about her over the course of the story.
Hilda is the only daughter of Duke Goneril. It seems her father and brother coddle her quite a bit.
Which I find funny because she's a destructive force to be reckoned with.
If you look up lazy in the dictionary, her picture won't be there because she never got around to submitting it. Not too unusual for a noble, I guess.
Well, last one.
Leonie enrolled because she wants to be a mercenary. I think she said that her father is a hunter.
Cool.
She's pretty blunt and as stingy as they come. A habitual saver, too. I think she's hoping to repay her village for helping to send her here.
Still a little bit of a douche. Well, okay, thank you for everything with that, Claude. There is...
What do you think?
I spotted Ignace. Hey, we're gonna talk to everyone later. I'm just planning on meeting... You don't have... Oh, I don't have business there. Oh yeah, I remember how to go. And yeah, I've seen stuff about Hilda becoming like a destructive force, so... That's gonna be a fun one, once we get to around to having her. My apologies. Sure.
Please accept my apologies for the other day. You came to our aid, yet I hadn't even the courtesy to properly introduce myself.
I will accept the apologies, even if I did not care about them to begin with.
I am Dimitri Alexandra Blathid, Crown Prince of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
See, with Edelgard's last name, I said it's incredible difficult to say it out loud when you just read it. This one looks easy, and it's Blathid? Seriously?
Of course, at the Academy, I am simply a student. And I've heard word that you are to become a professor here.
Yes, I still don't know how.
Delightful news. I still have much to learn, but I'm confident I could benefit greatly from your guidance. In any case, welcome to the monastery.
Thank you.
I hear you're investigating the different houses here. Did any of the Blue Lions catch your attention?
I wouldn't say investigate. I would say get to meet them. That sounds a lot more gentle. And yes, let me know everything about you. Let's start it off.
Me? Oh, please forgive me. It's difficult to open up on the spot, don't you think?
I mean, for people, some people, yes, I can be pretty open.
I'm afraid my story has not been a pleasant one. I do hope that doesn't color your view of me, but I understand if that can't be helped.
I know that there's a lot of stuff going on in your life, or has been going on. Bit of both. See, that's the funny thing. I have not played the game myself to the completion, but I've been spoiled so much by social media about this game that I know a lot more about the characters than they think I know about them. Anyway.
Dedu was born in Dusker, and has been loyally working in my service for the past 4 years. He's rather taciturn, but once you get to know him, you'll see he's a kind and good-natured young man.
I gonna have to trust you on this one. He looks stern. That's a word you could have used. Felix?
Felix is the heir to House Fraldarius. He has a bit of a sharp tongue, but don't let that fool you. Deep down, he's a good guy. He gravitates toward people who are skilled. Perhaps you would enjoy a friendly competition with him sometime.
I kind of do, yeah, why not? He seems more strong than skilled though.
He's the adoptive son of Lord Lenato of Castle Gaspar, but I hear he was born a commoner.
Okay.
He has an extremely earnest personality, so I'm certain he will approach your lectures with great enthusiasm.
Come on and welcome. I still don't know what I can teach you. Sylvain.
Sylvain is the heir to House Gautier. He is a capable person who highly values his friends. That said...
His name sounds a little bit like a Pokemon. I know. It's weird.
Well, he's always been a bit of a... skirt chaser, so to speak. Pardon my bluntness. I speak with him about it often, but it doesn't seem to help.
Yeah, because you're not very direct, which is the funny thing, because you have Edelgard, who is really direct, like no wishy-washy around that. Then you have Claude, who is direct, but also dismissive, so you get a little bit of both there. And then you have Dimitri, who is just a little bit around the bend. Anyway, Skirt Chaser, good to know. I'm gonna have so much trouble with him.
I hear she was born to imperial nobility, but a twist of fate brought her to the kingdom.
Okay.
She may seem carefree on the surface, but she's actually a kind soul who pays careful attention to everyone around her.
So she's a healer, got it. Annette?
Annette is Baron Dominic's niece. She is a talented student who scored extremely high marks at the Royal School of Sorcery.
I didn't know I had a niece already. I also didn't know I'm a Baron. That's actually how you write my name, by the way.
She's cheerful and hardworking. Brilliant, really. Though she can be a bit oblivious at times. I hear she caused an explosion in the kitchen last night.
So she is a cartoon character. Got it. She poured milk into cereal and it just caught fire.
Ingrid is Count Galatia's daughter. She is also a childhood friend of Felix, Sylvain, and myself.
Knows a lot of people here.
She is diligent, industrious, and principled. In truth, she is more knightly than most knights you will ever meet.
Now that sounds like a good setup already to be in this kind of school.
I appreciate your effort.
Thank you. Quest completed. I suppose I should return to Rhea. Let's return to the audience chamber. We will explore a lot another time. So, time to...
How are you enjoying your time at the Academy thus far? I hope you have found our halls brimming with the vitality of well-intentioned souls.
I actually found it brimming with the souls of a lot of, like, tortured souls as well, but we can talk about that later.
I suppose it is time for you to take charge of one of our 3 houses of students.
Sure.
I must note that I am personally against entrusting someone as lacking in trackable history as yourself with such a task. But it is as the Archbishop desires.
Yet again, I 100% stand behind Setev's point here. Seriously.
The black eagles, the blue lions, and the golden deer. All so different. I hope you've made it a point to get to know each of them.
Yes!
Since you are new here, we have decided to allow you first pick. Manuela and I will take charge of the remaining 2 houses.
Which house will I choose? Well, here we can choose our starter Pokemon. The fire type Edelgard, the water type Dimitri, or the electric type Claude. What? We're gonna start with Edelgard. That's what we're gonna start with. I'm gonna go through all of the houses. Edelgard will be the first one. I already know which one will be the last one, so... yeah, you will see who's gonna be the second one that we're gonna go through. But let's start it off with picking the Black Eagle house.
So you have chosen the Black Eagles led by Adelgard, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Your heart has made its choice then. All I ask is that you guide these open minds with virtue, care, and sincerity.
Try.
They are all promising youths who bear the weight of Fodlan's future upon their shoulders. I hope you appreciate what an honor it is to lead them.
I will.
Brother? Oh, I am so sincerely sorry. I did not mean to interrupt.
But you still did.
I'm in the middle of something, Flame. Is it urgent?
No, it's nothing. More importantly, who is this?
This is our newest professor at the Academy.
I'm a stranger.
Oh my! A new addition to the Officers' Academy! I am so very pleased to meet you, Professor.
Pleased to meet you.
I am Seteth's little sister, Flame. I am so happy to make your acquaintance.
I'm also happy to make your acquaintance. Can't wait to make Seteth upset. Even more than he already is with me. Sorry, Seteth.
Let us focus on the topic at hand. There is something you should be aware of.
Okay.
In a few days' time, there will be a mock battle between the three houses, intended to gauge the current progress of the students. We will be using this battle as an opportunity to ascertain your own abilities as well. Please do not disappoint the Archbishop. That is all.
It will probably end well.
Wait, so our new professor is you? I didn't see that one coming.
Well, neither did I. I don't know what it is about Flame, but for some reason her dialogue portrait kinda reminds me of Maki from Persona. Oh. I think I can see that.
Easy, Caspar. Aren't you being a bit rude?
He's direct.
You know it's a waste of time to expect politeness from him.
Everyone here is a little bit direct.
It will be a pleasure learning from you, Professor.
I don't know what I can teach you, but I hope you will.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to take a nap.
Sophis?
Don't look at me like that! Oh, and please don't talk to me too much either.
Okay.
I'm sorry for the chaos you've walked into.
It's gonna be a handful to work with.
I hear we are rather close in age, Professor.
I don't like where this is going, but go on.
I hope you do not mind if we treat you like one of us.
Okay. Good enough.
In our class, we try to treat each other as equals, despite any differences in age or status.
Still sounds good.
I would love to include you in that inner circle.
Still sounds good. I'm totally down with that. It sounded way worse than it actually is. I don't mind it at all.
You have a gut, Professor. I will take great joy from your teachings.
Thank you.
Petra, I believe you mean to say that our professor has guts. That's a bit different from having a gut.
Well, no, I have a gut. Not yet a full set of guts, I just have one singular gut. I try to work that out right now, don't ask me about it.
You can't go around saying someone so slim and attractive has a gut.
Excuse me, I have my gut and I stand for it.
Oh, please take my apologies. I have not yet mastered this language.
No need to apologize and whatever.
Professor, I want you to know that it's perfectly acceptable for you to treat me as you do the others.
Okay.
I may be the Imperial Princess, but here at the Academy, I'm just another student. That said, know that I have high expectations of you, and high hopes. But I'm certain you can lead the Black Eagle House to greatness.
And already I feel threatened by her. Great start!
Sure. Now let's break the ice with a training session. I want to see our new teacher in action.
Sure.
Why will the ice be broken? Is this a custom I have missed in my studies?
It's a word of speech. Cannot talk about that.
Not real ice, just the ice of, well, it just means let's get to know each other.
I don't want to train. Let's stay in the classroom and learn from a book.
No, you cannot learn everything from books. It will help you get an approximation, but some things just need to be learned in person, Bernadette. I'm sorry about that.
Let's all calm down and have a nice cup of tea, how about?
Doesn't that sound lovely, Professor?
There will be more than enough time for tea later on. Trust me. Trust me, there will be tea. Sothis!
I know we all agreed to treat each other as equals, but there is a limit to what I can tolerate. The esteemed Black Eagle House requires order.
Yeah, that's it not having.
Looks like your first job will be to quiet down this racket. I don't envy you.
I'm also not envying that right now.
They're not normally this rowdy.
Somehow I don't believe you.
I do hope you can manage, Professor.
I will. Well, I can't believe how much fun I'm already having with this pseudo roleplay that I can have going on here during the dialogues. It's kind of fun for me. And how often they are talking about order and everything, I really feel like I should have a full day long stream of the order, what was it, in 1969 or so? There are new places to explore in the monastery. Receive 1000 G from the Church of Seros as funding for this month's activities. Yay! And there we saw the first big thing.
Say, while you're here, I'd like to use this device I designed to determine whether the power of a crest resides within you. Won't hurt a bit. Promise.
I do not trust you 100%, but I just want to jump in here quickly and say this was the first screen that we saw that is a little bit of what the gimmick for Three Houses is it goes by weeks, there is certain events every now and then on the week, and we will have interactions in those certain spots there. Will become clearer once we really get into the nitty-gritty of all of that, but that's the general idea. Anyway, I'm gonna be gone for a moment again.
You don't know about crests? Well, allow me to tell you everything, absolutely everything about them. Is your calendar clear? This will take a while.
How long exactly? Because if you talk about my calendar, I feel like it will take like 5 months or so, and I have only 5 hours. Well, actually I don't, but go on.
Crests are a fascinating topic, but before one can dive deeply into said topic, one must first understand what crests are. They are power incarnate.
That does not explain much, but go on.
They are said to have been bestowed upon humans by the goddess countless ages ago. They exist within the flesh and are passed down through bloodlines.
Okay, that sounds a little bit more to something that I can understand. Now there's a question. I have a goddess inside of my head. Does that count as a crest?
Those who carry crests may excel at magic, display exceptional strength, or any number of boons.
Sounds nice.
Each crest has its own power, the nature of which is beyond mortal understanding. For now.
Interesting. Coming back to the goddess inside of my head. And you believe I have a crest?
I suspect as much, yes. But we won't know for sure unless I look into the matter.
Well then, let's go.
As I said, crests are passed down through the blood.
Which would mean in that case my parents also had crests. Right?
However, just because someone carries a crest does not necessarily mean their descendants will inherit it as well.
Ah, so it's like a passive gene.
Only a scarce few descendants of a crest's bloodline end up inheriting that crest's power.
Surprisingly selective.
Perhaps one of your ancestors bore a crest, and you just happen to inherit it.
Weird.
That is how a crest usually presents itself, after all.
Also want to point out, I really love the version of the Fire Emblem main theme that you hear in the background right here, because it has this kind of somber, like quiet sounding feel to it. Really nicely done. Anyway, do what you can to find out. There's no need to look into it. Nah, just slice me up. I'm ready.
Yes, course. I'll get to the bottom of it straight away. Now then, please go ahead and hold out your arm over this device here.
What device? This sounds wrong.
What is this?
Well, it looks a little bit like tentacles. I'm gonna suspect that I'm an old eldritch god. Am I correct about that?
A pattern I've never seen before. Is it possible an as yet undiscovered crest has been detected?
I love how excited he becomes over that.
To think there are still crests out there that even I am unaware of. How thrilling!
I mean, there must be a lot that you're not aware of because there's a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure you have not looked at every one of them.
Pardon my unrestrained jubilation. I have much to consider. You may leave now.
Okay. Don't tell me anything.
I have more research to do in regard to this crest. Yes, so very much more research. But for now, your work here is done.
Okay.
What could this line here be indicating? Perhaps it represents a lack of symmetry. Or perhaps...
A lack of symmetry, everyone.
What in the world? Oh, I see. It may be connected to that, but to a greater degree than usual.
That doesn't make any sense. Just blank stare off into the abyss. Wait. She does it better. And we're on Sun. It is now possible to go into battle with the same appearance as in the monastery. You can set this in the journal by selecting Unit Appearance. You can now change the protagonist outfit to the dancer ensemble in your journal. A quest has been added from chapter 5 of the main story on. You will find the quest via the bulletin board. In order to accept it, you must have the ability to invite people to tea parties.
With each moon, professors of the Officers' Academy receive a schedule for the month ahead. It notes the days on which events and missions will take place that month. Pay careful attention to your schedule, so that you may thoughtfully plan what you intend to do each month, and when.
Okay, also... Sorry, I wanted to mute me, but I did not find my mic in time. Anyway. So now we have a calendar that we can work with. There's a lot of stuff here. We can explore, seminar, battle, rest. We have our menu that we can just open up with goals, rosts, inventory, support, quests, storehouse, save, guides, options, and the calendar again. There's a lot to see here and a lot to do. And where it is a normal like stream, I would just go on and delve deeper into this. This, however, is not a normal stream. It's a stream series for later on YouTube. So I'm going to save this here, and I'm also gonna stop today's stream. I would love to do a little bit more, but I have other things lined up that I need to take care of today as well. So in that regard, I'm gonna say thanks for watching for YouTube already and end this video here for them. See you next time on YouTube.